It is the musical the world cannot get enough of, and when I got a chance to see it, it was really not a chance for me to throw it away. Take a look.
I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey, yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. We're gonna rise up.
This is a clip from the multi-Tony Award-winning musical Hamilton, and it has finally landed in Toronto. This morning, I am thrilled to welcome two of the stars to our studio, Darylyn Castillo and Stephanie J. Park. They play Peggy and Eliza, two out of the three Schuyler sisters. I know Angelica Schuyler feeling a little under the weather, but you ladies are here to represent, and great to meet you.
Thank you. It's great to meet you too.
Good to have you here. I'm still like buzzing over the show. What's interesting to me as an audience member when I saw it on opening night was, I said, you know, we are a Canadian audience. We're not an American audience. We didn't get raised on this in our history books. What was it like for you performing as Americans a quintessential American history story, but to a Canadian audience?
Right. Well, I think it really speaks to the show itself and the music and the choreography that it's still being received with such enthusiasm in Toronto. And yeah, I mean, to be honest, I didn't know much about Hamilton either. I think in America we don't know much about Hamilton until this musical. So I think there's something for everyone there too.
Yeah.
And I think the audience, I mean, for me personally, so far, what I've noticed about the Canadian audience is that they're actually really listening to everything that we're doing on stage. They're like really learning, and you can just tell that it's landing in that kind of way, which is, that's what it's for, you know?
Yeah.
It's here to tell a story and also to inform people.
And this is the ending of that first performance. And I know I was up on my feet. The whole place was up on their feet at the end of the show. I want to know about Eliza specifically. And because you play Eliza, who it's not a spoiler, but like you might be married to Hamilton. But you know, there is no story about Hamilton without an Eliza.
Right.
Because there is a strong feminist, empowering story here. What did you think about that coming into this play, that you are the carrier of his story in this play?
Yeah, I think that Eliza definitely is such an important emotional support, and you know that's so underplayed in a lot of media and a lot of culture. But behind every person, and not even behind, but right next to any person who does anything important is someone who supports them. I think any actor, any politician, anyone knows that you really can't do it without other people behind you supporting you. And I think she really carries the emotional weight of the show too. I think I'm a little bit biased because I play her.
You're Eliza, exactly.
You know, but a lot of things happen to her specifically, and yet because of her, this whole thing existed. She was the one that carried on his legacy. Without her, there is no Hamilton.
Darylyn, can you give us the overview quickly of who the Schuyler sisters are?
Yeah, well, I mean, I play Peggy Schuyler, so she's like the youngest sister and kind of quirky and fun, and there's a strong bond of feminine power, and we have these it's a male-heavy show, but we have these moments that we can kind of like insert in the show where we show that we're strong women and we're together, and it's a sisterhood. It's fun and special.
Always like Schuyler Sisters is always so energetic and powerful to see women supporting women and like having that bond.
And the ensemble supporting that as well.
Yes.
It's super, it's powerful, it's awesome.
I want to talk about the fact that, listen, this is a hip-hop musical. If you can rap battle, like, debating the articles of the Constitution, like, I'm in. I'm in. Like, this is like 8 Mile Eminem business going on up in here. This is a fast-paced hip-hop musical. So how are you all keeping up with I think it's 8 performances plus a week? How do you maintain the endurance for a show like this?
Yeah, we're athletes. What we do is just as important as what LeBron does or whatnot. We have to wake up and take care of our bodies, and the night before make sure we're hydrating and sleeping with our humidifiers, and we're changing locations constantly. So
all the trouble.
Yeah, it's hard on the body, but you have to take care of yourself. We're in the gym, working out, we're
physical therapy.
That's
athletic
intense.
Life. Yeah,
that's intense. Okay, we would be remiss if we didn't dive straight into the fact that this is such a beautifully colorful, diverse cast. And this is something that the creator, of course, decided very clearly from the get. Lin-Manuel Miranda said, I don't know if it's color conscious casting or if you'd call it colorblind casting, which is what I know Shonda Rhimes sort of used in her big productions like Grey's Anatomy, etc. What has this done for your careers to get a shot at this kind of production and the reception you have now received because you're playing these really prominent characters in this huge show?
Yeah, I mean, representation matters. I know growing up, I didn't get to see many Asian women other than as a sidekick or, you know, and it's nice to be like, hey, we are the main characters in our own story as well.
Right.
And, you know.
It's nice to honestly do a show where we're not talking about race.
Yes.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And that's refreshing. It's nice to be a woman of color telling a story. And that's something that you just don't see often. And it's just so special. I love this part in the beginning of the show. We open up the show, and I see my entire cast, and you just see different shades and people coming from different places. It's like, it's the most powerful feeling ever.
And you can feel that too. But,
Yeah.
you know, people will write us on Instagram or whatever and just tell us how much that means to us,
Yeah.
to them, and that means a lot to us too.
Yeah.
Because I wanted that so badly growing up as well.
And so what's it like being in that cast then? Because this is, sadly, a rarity in many industries, including musical theater,
Yeah.
to have such a diverse cast. What does that do for you and your level of performance?
I mean, it's really cool.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. There's something about it that lets us really come to the table and bring our authentic selves. And that's something that, for me personally in my career so far, it's a difficult thing to find. It's very easy to do a show and be put in a box. And this show kind of challenges us to really be ourselves and bring that. Like, that's what makes this show so special. Because
Yeah.
everybody in the show is really coming in with their own identity,
Yeah.
and
Their
their
life
own story. Yeah,
experience.
that's something that Lin-Manuel and Alex and Tommy Kail, like, really, and Andy, they really tell us that. That's like the
Yeah.
first thing we both started this process was bring yourself to the table. That's why we hired you.
Okay,
we want to see you.
in one word, what's the best Canadian thing you've experienced so far?
CN Tower.
Yes,
Yeah.
good one.
Oh wait, that's good. That's good. Help, Stephanie.
The currency's really cool
Oh
looking.
yeah, the currency, the dollars, the coins.
Our colorful money.
Yes,
really pretty.
Yes, and it's durable. You know.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Well, on behalf of the whole country, I want to say welcome to Canada,
you.
welcome
So
to the
happy to be
city,
here.
and good luck on the rest of this tour and also your tour right across the country.
Thank you so
Phenomenal
much.
show, phenomenal performances.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, so listen, if you want to be in the room where it happens, catch Hamilton on stage in Toronto until May 17th. If you'd like more ticket information, just go to our Instagram page. All the details are there. We'll be right back.
Thanks for watching. If you like this, be sure to subscribe here.
And you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.